we am boy.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. A lot of people say, oh, when people lose, sorry, my graphics are everywhere now because I was talking to somebody as I was doing. So, a lot of people keep saying, when people lose, some people go into hiding. Some of us, we don't go into hiding. So, here I am. I don't go into hiding. I'm still here. Abdullah, how you doing, man?
Big man, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, brother? What a match!
I'm good. Let
I
me
have
just.
I have a lot of things to say. A lot.
Yeah, cool. So we shit the bed today, Patrick. Pep masterclass. Consider couldn't control his bladder, but we move. Come on, City. That's true. Big up, Patrick. We didn't deserve anything today.
Patrick, you know what I want to say? If
Yeah.
I can put money on a team to win the title, especially Premier League, it is Manchester City. If I have to put money on the Manchester City, because this loss is gonna psych Pep Guardiola and the players, because now Pep is gonna tell them, why do you lose that match? Why? And Cancelo is gonna be in serious trouble with Pep Guardiola. He will be in serious mess with Guardiola, because I know Guardiola very well. He's an hot-headed man. When he doesn't like something, he does not like it. It will be in serious trouble. Because today,
but you know, I'm gonna say this, right?
Mhm.
We all wanted a beating. We wanted Liverpool to be slapped up. At the end of the day, they've won. They were at Anfield. They changed the system. Trent wasn't there, which has been the worst player for Liverpool this season and has been the biggest weakness. You know what I mean, right? Trent has been the biggest weakness. He's been a sort of, what you could say again, a player that has put
Patrick,
the rest of the team.
sorry to cut you short, but I
go
think
ahead.
the first goal for Man City should have stood.
I
Because
think it has. I think that
because this season it happened to Chelsea against, was it West Ham or it was West Ham. It happens to us, and the goal did not stand. This season they say that the rules has already been changed already, so that goal should have stand. That even before the goal there was a penalty where Alisson should have gotten a red card or a yellow card. So that goal should, for me, that's the poor officiating from EPL. I'm not surprised with the officiating.
Look. At the end of the day, there's a comment like by Red says massive L. It's not a massive L, people. That's the thing. I'm not worried. This is the thing. Let me tell you why it's not a massive L. City are still 10 points clear Liverpool, and Liverpool have a mountain to climb. Yes, they won this game, but if they win this game only just because of pride, remember I said in the preview that sometimes Liverpool have pride for City. It's because it's Man City. Let's step up our level. Do you get what I mean? The goal should have stood. I think that's a soft. Like they were both pulling each other. You know what I mean? They were both holding each other. The other one out muscled the other one, and the goal should have stood. But anyway, I won't care about the goal. But people who are saying, "Oh, this is a massive L for City," it's not a massive L. Liverpool are 10 points behind City, so regardless whatever it is, City are gonna pull on. And Abdullah is right. Every time City lose, especially in a game like this where we lose like this, we always go on these runs and we take things very seriously, which we are. But what about Liverpool? Do you think Liverpool are gonna go on a run? Maybe they will, but you never know. I think they have a mistake in them.
Patrick, what's Liverpool next match?
Not sure. Let me check what the next match is. They're gonna play Spurs very soon, but let me check.
I think United Tottenham Hotspur. So what's Liverpool next match?
Okay, Liverpool's next match is West Ham.
Oh my God!
No, but they're lucky. It's West Ham at Anfield. They're lucky that
so
they're
is it
playing
gonna be
West Ham at
Tuesday
Anfield.
on Wednesday?
It's going to be on a Wednesday.
Oh my God, that's a big match. That is a big match. So they play on Wednesday. United play on Wednesday too.
Yeah. They play on Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a comment here.
And
So
you know
Red Devil is saying, I thought it was going to be 6-2. No, actually, Red Devil, the 6-2 was the one you guys held 2 weeks ago against City. 6-3 actually. You have to admit though, Arsenal played better than Liverpool against. Yeah, it happens. We also played. Liverpool lost Man United. You guys beat Liverpool, Man United, and Man United got slapped by City 6-3. So take that L. There's a comment here. Red Devil Studio. At least he doesn't go out on loan to Madrid when his team loses. Yeah, they also drew today against Newcastle. So that's true though. At least some of us don't go out on loan, isn't it, Abdullah? We die with our team.
And man, Patrick, I've faced so many stuff. You know me as a Chelsea fan. I have gone through a lot with a lot of people on social media. Yeah, I am today.
How are you, Abdullah?
Yeah, man, Adam, you've got background sound, man. You've got a lot of background sound, like a TV or something, man. You've got a TV or something in your background. Just turn that
as a Chelsea fans, I'm not worried. As a Chelsea fans, I'm not worried. You know what? I'm not worried. I know the kind of manager Pep Guardiola is, and I keep telling people, this loss
is it a lot better now?
You know this loss now.
Yeah,
it won't even pay Pep too much because Pep knows it's 4 points. We can cover 4 points. Arsenal will sleep up whether they like it or not.
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling people. I don't know why people are crying over this. Like I know why people are doing this. They're trying to put pain inside City fans, but some City fans don't care, including myself. We've lost, but at the end of the day, we are 10 points clear Liverpool. But Arsenal are just 4 points clear of us. 4 points, the Arsenal 4 points can be got. But Liverpool 10 points behind us, can they get it? So I don't know why people are crying over this. Okay, let me change this format so that
I could understand why people. I understand why people are angry, but at the same time, I say that it's 4 points that we can gain.
I'm not saying Liverpool. I'm not saying Man City fans are angry, Adam. I'm like other fans from other teams are trying to put the. Okay, so other fans from other teams, right, are trying to make this like a big L. So I'm saying it's not a big L because we're still 10 points clear of Liverpool.
But Patrick, I blame Pep today. You know why I blame Pep today?
Yeah,
I hate to do this.
Abdullah, I agree with you because to be honest with you,
I told Kyle this. I hate Pep today. I don't like Pep doing it. Why are you playing inverted wingers? What the fuck is going on?
Thank you very much.
What the heck is going on with Pep Guardiola?
No, but he didn't play inverted wingers today.
No,
why is he
played Bernardo Silva on the right, and Bernardo Silva does not play well on the right.
Bernardo didn't play on the right. He was on the right on paper. On paper, he was on the right. Cancelo played
Bernardo
the whole
was
wing.
more effective in the midfield. That's what frustrated me.
Guys, Cancelo played the whole flank on his own, literally. Right. Bernardo was initially started with next to Rodri as a pivot, and then Gundo was playing with De Bruyne. So it was almost like a 3-5-2. Basically, that's how we started. The thing is, I blame Pep.
Yeah, I do.
For me, this is similar to the UCL final. You have something that's working, right?
Why do you change it?
And then when it's not needed, this was the game to be to be attacking. The moment you have Rodri, Gundo, Bernardo, and Silva, and De Bruyne, Pep is looking for control. That's what Pep was looking for, a 1-0 or 2-0, and then you seal the game. Now the thing is this: all the teams that have caused Liverpool the most threat, it's teams that went toe to toe with Liverpool.
Yeah.
And most people now who slack Grealish off, I think today you'll understand what Grealish gives us, which we didn't have.
Yeah.
People always say, no, Grealish is not scoring goals, not us. No. What Grealish done today, we missed it.
Yep.
Foden was supposed to be on the other side with Cancelo. Hence, you saw Jota and Robertson doubled up on Cancelo.
Yeah.
And you saw the effect whereby Cancelo was actually ineffective the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, as much as I love Gundo normally, to be honest, he's good off the bench because he's gonna come and do those quick. There's no need to be doing that from the beginning of the moment I just saw that lineup. I knew that 6-2 that I predicted is out of the window.
Mm-hmm. I agree, because I don't know why he didn't play Grealish today, because Milner was one playing at the right back. Grealish is a left winger where if you dribble Milner first time, if he doesn't get a yellow card, the second time he will get a yellow card, and it will Klopp will take him out, because Klopp will like, now I'm in trouble because now I have someone who is giving a player an headache. That is where, for me, I'm putting all the blame on Pep Guardiola. Why are you playing inverted wingers? Why are you doing it? Put Bernardo Silva in the midfield and play Grealish on the left wing. Simple. It's very simple.
Yeah, to be honest with you, you're right. We didn't have to change our game for we didn't have to change our game for Liverpool, for the sake of Liverpool, a team that's not doing well. But look, guys, we move. At the end of the day, look, it's a 1-0. That goal that was disallowed, I don't still accept it. I think both players were holding each other, and that happens in football. And as you said, Abdullah, that against Chelsea did happen, and the goal was
Yeah,
allowed or
yeah,
something. So
against West Ham,
I knew though. Look, it's at Anfield. I knew today that at Anfield, whatever
controversy.
decision comes in will stick. They'll stick with that. But that was the goal. But anyway,
Because
Martin, how you doing, man?
that's
How do you feel after
Patrick.
this
That's what
game?
I said to you yesterday on the space. Yeah, I said to you, don't be surprised if we both teams either get a decision against them or it helps one team or it goes against the other team. Because like what Abdullah said, that's the same tackle that happened in the Chelsea game,
Chelsea West Ham.
and it was given. And as soon as
Yeah,
I
but
saw it, I said, as soon as I saw that tackle, yeah, I said to
I think
myself, that's
I think that
even because both players are both pulling each other. Haaland, yes, I understand he's pulling Fabinho as well, but Fabinho was also pulling him, so somewhat evens it out.
yeah, but I think that's
I mean, on that, honestly, how far back was the referee going to go? Thought he was going to go about 5 minutes and find a foul somewhere. But listen, the team selection, I wasn't. I didn't mind it. The midfield worried me. But what baffled me even more was at one point we had Gundogan in a front three. Foden became left wing back. We had Bernardo and Rodri went into a double pivot. And I thought we gave them far too much respect. This record we have at Anfield, it's as though that was on Pep's mind. And he went there with that sort of thought process of, well, we just need to get through the first half. And Foden didn't touch Milner once in the first half. I mean, second half, I've just been sat listening to Liverpool fans telling me that they dominated the game. I don't know what game they watched, to be totally honest. And I get it. They're excited and they're happy. But today was just one of them days where things didn't go for us. Pep decided to do Pep. Let's be fair, he hasn't done that in a while, to where he becomes the crazy Frankenstein manager. And today he decided to do it. And we just have to accept we got beat. But, it's 4 points. There's 28 games left to play for. We didn't lose anything today.
Thank you.
We didn't lose anything today. If people seem to think, what I've seen from a lot of City fans is they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater all of a sudden. And we've gone from last week with the world's greatest team to now with the worst team. Haaland's now a flop again. And it's panic stations over what?
No, but the funny part,
Martin,
about this. One thing about it is one thing I like about Pep and I respect him about him is, you see this loss, oh my God, whoever team is playing Man City next is in serious trouble. That team playing Man City next is in serious, because this loss, oh my Lord in heaven, that team is in trouble. Because now Pep is gonna get pissed off.
What you call this, Martin? What I want to point is, I don't think the problem is in the result. It's more of nostalgia, in the sense that we've been here before, right? Whereby we go into games whereby we are the outright favorites, similar to the UCL final, whereby if we do what we are best at, we win the game hands down. And I don't think you'll get a better chance of coming to Anfield than the form which Liverpool were in. It's more like it's the kill shot that we had to take. And Pep is like, no.
Totally agree. Totally. And do you know what? You know the best way I can probably sum it up from my point of view? Pep approached that like he does in the Champions League. He seemed to approach it like a Champions League game. And it baffled me a little bit. We went there with a little bit of fear in the first half. And I don't know what we had to fear. It was though we'd stopped everything that we'd been doing. If you look at the way we played against United, I'm going to be totally honest with you now. When United attacked us, I thought they looked better than what Liverpool did. I don't think Liverpool were anything special today at all. I just thought first half, I thought Pep just put a little bit of fear into it, and he gave him too much respect. But it's one game. There's 28 left. I don't see this panic that we've got at the moment. Did people honestly think we were going to go invincible? I mean, did some fans really think that? It's madness.
but Martin, this is what I said at the beginning of the show. You missed it. And Carl said it in the other. Remember in the other preview, Carl said it, and Martin, you agreed that I think rival fans don't understand. I think that's what's hurting them. You can also see some of the comments in my comments here and some of the tags I have on Twitter. I think they're hurt because Liverpool fans and fans from other teams are hurt because they haven't seen like the big City accounts or the accounts that are out there overreacting, saying, "Oh my God, this is over." Yourself and myself, Veta, and Don, everybody, we're just saying, "Okay, we lost. Pep made a boo-boo, but we move. We're 10 points clear of Liverpool." I think that's what's hurting them. I think that what they're looking for is they're trying to pile on that. Oh, you guys effed up. Take the L, take like as if we should care. But look, we care that we lost. Obviously, when you lose, you have to care. Veta, I know you were on the football terrace with me, and I saw it was the same situation where I see everybody wants us to bust out and say, "F you, Pep, oh my God, we lost." But I'm just saying, I'm looking at the positive. We're still 10 points clear of Liverpool. They have to still find us. We can still go on. We can still march on. What I don't like, though, before I move on to Veta, is people who are going online that cussing Cancelo the same way you were cussing Gomez. Shush yourselves, because you're the same people who are hyping Cancelo when he was scoring for us, hyping Cancelo when he was making those beautiful passes, saying, "Oh my God, he's the best fullback." You guys have to learn. The same thing as Martin says, all of a sudden now, you're taking out you're removing your Haaland, as Martin says, you're removing your Haaland profile pictures on Twitter, bantering him, joining into the banter. You guys are going to have to be stable. But these days, I don't mind when I see this, Martin, because I know majority of people who are behind those accounts are kids. They're just kids who just they're just emotional. They just get, so I don't care anymore. All I do is I look for somebody.
Patrick? Some people are genuinely reactionary. Like even when I was hosting a space with Martin and Gundogan yesterday, we were arguing saying that even if we do lose hypothetically, it's in a sense, it's not a big deal. And we had I think it was one Liverpool or United fan saying to us, why is it that you want your team to lose? I said to them, look, if we do lose, that's 4 points. And City being City are well capable of gaining that 4 points. So it doesn't make a difference. It's 4 points at the end of the day. 4 points that City, we all know City can gain that 4 points back. That's just 4 points. Yeah. City could do 4 points.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
You're right, Adam. Anyway, Veta. So what did you think of the game overall? Obviously, me and a few other people believe that goal should have stood. I don't know. I like the people they were tussling at each other. You know what I mean? So the powerful player got the best of the other powerful player. But I knew it, as I said, I'm not crying over it, but I just said I knew that even if there's a slight chance to cancel a goal, as Martin says, they will go back. They will rewind it back all the way to something. So because the ref said play on, you get it. The ref said play on. So anyway, keep going. What do you think of the game overall? Before I go to Carl.
Well, I'm gonna say this because we both did jump in briefly on the football terror stream, and the thing is, they want the overreaction. They want the viral, ecstatic, crazy, not thinking reaction from some fans. That's not us. So that's why we gave our point of view and we kind of move on. You know what I'm saying? But when it's then down for football panel talk, that's a different discussion. With regards to the game, I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't know how he was going to position that starting 11. But when I was watching the match and I saw, because to Martin's point, I think you guys probably already talked about it. It's just how he set the team up. I'm a little different, man. I'm like the same way Pep was doing the inverted fullbacks, and it was like, okay, now you got beat by doing that. Switch it up. I would have preferred attack Liverpool the way we do, show that that's not working, and then change it. But he changed it right from the jump. He had KDB, no lie. He had KDB and Cancelo pretty much isolated on that right-hand side. There was no right winger. That was Cancelo's job. So then you're thinking of the gap and his responsibility. I can see him getting gassed by the end of the game, but I was watching that. I'm like, yo, KDB's on an island. I'm trying to see the ball get swung from side to side, and Cancelo's all the way like far away. It's not happening. It's not quick enough. Those are some things that Pep was like, I think I have an advantage here. It did not work. In all fairness,
why was he playing KDB as a right winger? Sorry for cutting you, but this is what Don Smoke said, that you're going to an inferior team, a team that's not doing well. Same way as the Chelsea game final. You're going to that team. Grealish has been playing so well as a left winger and has been smoking better wingers than Milner and better wingers than Trent in form. But you go now, you're like, oh, De Bruyne has to play right winger for this game. Like I think fear. I think Pep fears certain things, certain places, especially Anfield.
Spot on.
Yeah, I think he fears like Martin.
I think
the same thing as the Champions League. There's a clip, and I'm gonna look for that. I featured on a channel, a Liverpool channel, and obviously they were doing a watch along for the UCL final. Martin, I said it to the guy. I was like, we are in trouble, and the guy was like, why are you being negative, Patrick? It's the UCL final. Anything can happen. I was like, you can't put Gundogan, who's been the best attacking, to make a DM, Rodri on the bench, and then you put Raheem in, who has had a bad season, hasn't touched the ball. I was like, I bet you he's going to fluff his line. Guess what happened? 5 minutes into the game, Ederson ball over the ball, Raheem failed to bring it down. So he fears certain things, and I think as much as we love Pep, sometimes I think it's the fear. I think we can actually go on a season unbeaten, but I think his fear sometimes in certain places, he decides to say, let me do this for me not to be embarrassed. But in that doing, you're like, but Pep, you are not the one who's bad right now. It's actually Liverpool or Chelsea. So
and here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not even so much, and I hear you with regards to like being cautious, maybe a fear element, but being embarrassed, that should never creep into Pep's mind, right? Like the way the players will respond, the way he's going to have them set up, the idea of we might get an embarrassing result, that should be far from it. But when I saw how he set them up, and it's like, just put the players involved to have their strength. I think he missed it with how he set the team up. No, and I'll respect Liverpool for what they did, because Klopp did reduce that high line. He didn't have that high line, and rightfully so. But as a result of that, we also then didn't need to play as if we were going to control possession comfortably, because we actually made it hard for ourselves with how far away KDB was and how touchline tight Cancelo was. The match, the way it played out, we had our chances. We've talked about this a lot with regards to VAR. If the ref is in the moment, he's watching the gameplay and he's saying play on based off of physicality, and then you're going to judge physicality on a slow motion. What do we expect? Like you're going to judge slow motion with holding the jersey, but is it a tug? Is it a like pulling the jersey off the player? No, so those elements I'm never going to agree with. And in Anfield, once it went to VAR, I was like, yeah, they're taking this goal away.
Victor, I'm not surprised. It happened in Chelsea versus West Ham United. The same thing happened. I am not surprised. As a Chelsea fans, and as far as Antonio Taylor, I am not surprised, because I don't know why UEFA is giving that man a rank blowing a UEFA Champions League match and a World Cup matches.
Abdullah, you know what the problem is? This Anthony Taylor always loves to make everything about him the center of attention.
Exactly.
But you know the funny thing?
You know, because Pep Bernardo said the same. He said Pep said the referee told me play on. Bernardo told me the referee told us play on. Why do you have to go to VAR again when you tell us play on? The goal should have stand, because you
know why he did it? He did it. If you go back, did you see all the Liverpool players surround him straight away? And do you know what the funny thing is? What if you go back and actually look at it? The Liverpool players were moaning at one thing. It wasn't even the pull on Fabinho. They were moaning about the Alisson. They were saying that Haaland had kicked the ball out of Alisson's hands.
Yeah.
That's what they were complaining about.
It was a penalty for me, though. Even if Foden didn't score for me, it was the penalty.
It was just, I got baffled.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, go ahead, Martin. Yeah.
I got baffled because at one point, like you said, if you look at Phil Foden that first half, and I felt for him, he did take a knock early on, which I think affected him. The other thing is, he was isolated on that left. He was told not. He looked like he was instructed not to go forward. And if you look, every time City play, they play with overlaps. Foden was looking for overlaps every time. Nobody was there because they were told to sit back. Gundogan, I've never ever seen Gundogan in a front three before with us. That baffled me at one point. I'm like, why is Gundogan next to Haaland? Where's that come from? And it was just, Pep just decided in the first half to do his Frankenstein madness. But second half, I mean, what, apart from the goal, did Liverpool really do it? This is what, I don't get this, that Liverpool dominated us bit from. And this whole agenda stuff. Because at the end of the day,
but Martin,
it's garbage.
At the end of the day, right. This is the kind of thing.
If I only have like 5 minutes left, so I have a game to go coach. But there are a couple of facts that. So we had 63% possession. They had 37% possession. Right? We had more shots on goal than them, more attempts on goal than them. What killed us in that game was simply the formation. Period. Nothing else. All right? Playing Kevin out wide and then having Cancelo over, as a wing back and Foden as wing back is not going to work. That's not how we play. It's on the manager. But guess what? It's one game. I said it before, but this is a game that's irrelevant to us.
Exactly.
Right?
Spot on.
It's an irrelevant game because either which way, they ain't winning the league. They're 10 points behind and 14 points behind Arsenal. And we know we can chase down 4 points. Right? For them, they have to chase 14 points down. It ain't happening. So for me, one checked off. Anfield's done. No more Anfield to 2024 or 2023. 2024. We move to the next game. Brighton at home, win it, and we carry on. Simple. Roll through Christmas. Get back on top and have a nice day. It is what it is. You don't win every single match, guys.
Carl, don't forget Erling Haaland's a flop now, apparently.
You don't. Nobody goes invincible nowadays. It's impossible. It's impossible. You will lose games, right? We lost one game at Anfield. That's not bad. They had their moments. Congratulations to them. But we move on to the next game.
I would have liked the undefeated part to last a little longer. I'm not gonna lie.
Gundo, the problem is I didn't mind losing today, right? Similar to the CL final, I don't mind losing, but the manner in which we lose and the reasons why we lose is what hurts, right? I don't mind. We have our full squad. We get beaten by a better team. Shake hands. Good game next. But to lose in the manner in which we lost, as I'm saying, it's almost just like nostalgia. You understand? That's what pissed me off. It's more like we all saw this. Because I remember, I forgot whose channel I was on. I was like, we're going to win this game unless Pep decides to be Pep. So it's like, let me give an example, right?
Exactly.
Let me give an example. You go to rehab, right? You recover, right? So after a few months or years, right? Now they want to test if you've really transcended what you were struggling from, right? They put it on the table, they tease you with it, and at the first glance of it, you go back and you relapse. You understand? That's the problem. We all of us, we were at a consensus that, you know what, Pep has learned from his mistakes. He's more humble now. He's less erratic now. He doesn't overthink things. And at the first chance he gets, he does the Pep thing to do. And I think that's what makes us frustrated the most. Not that we lost. At the end of the day, Liverpool is still Liverpool, and football is football. Any team can beat you. But how you lose, I think, is what is hurting most of the fans.
I agree with you, Smoke, because for me, when my lineup, I didn't have Gundogan. I said Gundogan has no business being in this team today because we know we need Kevin and Bernardo and Rodri in the middle. That's kind of what we need. That with either Alvarez or Grealish and Foden and Haaland will get it done. So when I see Gundogan in there, I'm like, oh, no, not Gundogan at Anfield. We know what he's going to do. We know what's going to be happening. So I was hopeful, but a little resigned to say, okay, whatever happens, happens. But we moved.
Well, he wasn't there, was that? He was in the front three. That was the thing that baffles me. He was in the front three.
Yeah, he was part of the press. He was part of the press. I think that's what they put him as. Okay, so we have Cam, who's a Liverpool fan and obviously smiling because
So,
He
Patrick,
won.
I have a game right now. I have to leave. I have a game right now, so I have to leave. I'm basically getting out to go start
Oh
my
no,
game
that's fine. That's
in
fine,
10
man.
minutes.
That's fine. Thanks for coming, my car. Thanks for coming as always.
All right, man.
So
All right,
Cam,
bye-bye.
you guys have managed to win 1-0. It was a very intense game. You guys managed to bring your levels up. So how did you see the game yourself from your side? Obviously, you've heard it from the City side, but now how did you see the game from your side as a Liverpool fan?
You're muted.
You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to say hi to Gundo, who's just left. I've been on and the rest of the familiar faces. So hi, guys. Nice to see you guys, and good to see you guys being well. So my perception on the game is as follows. We're in one of our worst moments right now, form-wise. And City are probably the best team in the world right now. I can't think of anyone better right now. But during the game, I felt like Klopp got his tactics spot on. We went head-to-head with City. We pushed up our line, but we weren't as aggressive with our line as we normally are. So there was there was less space for Kevin De Bruyne, KDB's through balls where Haaland could run onto. Normally we would push up to, when we were very confident, we'd push up to the halfway line. But I just wanted to sort of address something about someone, forgive me, made a comment that it wasn't one-way traffic. I thought we were the better team overall, not possession-wise. City will always control, even when we were at our peak. We had like 50. City had 55%. We had 45%. City will always monopolize the ball because they're a controlling team. Liverpool is a transition team, so we give up the ball quicker because we want to move faster. But like Gundo was right, City did have more shots. They had 16 to our 13. So not a material difference, right? But we had 5 clear-cut chances, according to Sky Sports. City had 1. That's the big material difference. So the quality of chances was a lot higher for Liverpool. Now, you could argue and say 2 things. 1, you guys had to push up more after we scored, which then opens up a bit more for more chances. But we did create some decent chances before we scored. But equally, because you're pushing up more, your shot count could also go up as well. It's 2 very close teams. At the moment, City is the better team. No doubt about it. Better moment. But we didn't go from being arguably the best team in the world, arguably, or top 3 team last season, to being the 11th best team or the 8th team. So we always have performances like that. And one thing I noticed about City, which I was very grateful for, is that at Foden, usually you guys play those triangles around there and you create overloads, which is, you didn't do that for a very, very long time, which allowed Milner to then just go one-on-one and press on Foden. And he's going to win more than he's going to lose, right? So I think it's not for me to say Pep got his tactics wrong, but I do think that the way he set up City perhaps was more favourable, seeing as we had no right back. We had Milner there. He's not a right back. Our second choice right back is Gomez. He's not there either. And I would have thought you would have just overloaded that side. But for some reason, you didn't do. But I guess he's also thinking it's Anfield and you can't take, excuse my language, take the piss there. It's a stadium that does magical things from time to time. Same with Cities now. You know, you've won 2 titles last day, and it's becoming that sort of thing as well for you guys as well. But yeah, Pep probably knew that, you know, a point would be enough there. So let's be a bit more solid, put Gundo there. But it did mean that you couldn't create your triangles. And just one last point before I sort of hand it back. Haaland is an exceptional striker, like lethal. And I take the piss comparing him to Lukaku version 2. But I do feel in the tightest of games, sometimes not having another midfielder up top linking the play makes you guys, in my opinion, easier to play against. But in 95% of the other games where you're literally killing the other team, Haaland is the penicillin to whatever virus that you're trying to fight. So that's my assessment of the game. I think XG was 2-1 as well. I don't think the result flattered us, but City are a phenomenal team and probably, for me, arguably the greatest Premier League team in my lifetime. So kudos to them. That's my synopsis.
Patrick, can I just come back to that? Because I think he meant me when I said about the domination thing.
Okay,
if you look at that, and I respect what you said. I respect all fans' opinions, but I don't agree with Sky because I can name you 3 chances Haaland had. Haaland had that header in the first half when 9 times out of 10 he buries. Absolutely buries, but he put it into the hands of Alisson. He's been burying them all season. You've got the one in the second half, which he saves. We had a goal ruled out, which for me shouldn't have been ruled out. So, to me, I don't think, I thought second half, personally, it was all us. I thought Liverpool, like you said, were playing on the counter, on the transition, and they got through, as I said in my preview, in midweek, it would be a mistake, and it turned out, and I even said it on the watch-along, I said, the only way Liverpool are scoring here is through an error, and that was exactly what it turned out to be from Cancelo. Because I just think today, I think the first half, I think Pep experimented, and he experimented wrongly. We've never, ever played Foden as a left wing-back. We've never, ever had Gundogan in the front 3. We've never, ever, apart from one game, put Bernardo alongside Rodri as a double pivot. It was out of shape and wrong in the first half.
Can I just quickly? Thanks, Will. I appreciate the counter argument there. I've always watched Bernardo play double pivot against us.
Yes. He does.
He does that quite frequently.
He does.
Quite
He does.
Exactly.
He does.
So I'm not saying he does it across every match that there is, right? But he does it against us quite a lot. For me, it was a foul. Now, the Pep's argument, if I listened to the post-match correctly, was the ref told him that we're going to let it go. But he's citing an example where Bernardo fouled Salah in the corner and he let that one go. And then the Alisson one, Alisson had his hand on the ball as well. There was 2 incidents where he should have pulled up.
But in all fairness, Fabinho was pulling on Haaland as well. It was 6 to 1 half a dozen of the other.
I didn't see. I saw Fabinho's arm go across, you shield, and then I saw Haaland pull him down. But even if that wasn't given, Alisson had the ball.
He didn't have the ball. It spilled out of his hand. He wasn't in full control of it. And that
but he kicked it out of his hand. He had his hands on the ball.
No, he didn't kick it. His leg was there prior to even him holding it. Sure. It's not like he kicked it. He was going for the ball. So, right. The thing, you see, my issue is this, right? First, nice to meet you. First time
nice
ever
to meet you as well.
Was you, right? And fair shout, right? When you win, you have all the rights to have chest, right? My analysis is I don't think there's any magical tactics that Klopp done, right? The thing is, Pep made it easy for Liverpool. That's the thing is, this is a typical Liverpool performance that I saw against most other teams. Like you had chances, and then eventually at the end of the day, if you have quality players, if you give them enough chances, they will score, and that's what Salah done, right? It's not like Salah had a magical game whereby he had 3 chances and he buried all of them. Hence, I'm saying, shout out to Fabinho and Thiago, right? I think they played quite well. Regarding the clear-cut chances, I agree. Liverpool had the better clear-cut chances than City, whereby you have a better chance of scoring than our chances, right? And that again goes back to Pep. The thing is, saying that this is Anfield, you can't take a piss. Teams have been taking a piss out of Anfield. Brighton came, and if they had better quality, they would have won. So there is no magic that you're talking about. That we
Sorry,
sort
can I
wait.
just say something?
Wait.
Just
No,
very
wait.
quickly. 5 years we haven't lost at home.
Cam, the
But
camera, your hands
like
blocking the
30 draws,
camera.
though. No, but Cam, you have like 30 draws, and that's why you haven't been winning the title. You're not losing, but you're not winning as much as you as
I know,
that
but it's a
statement.
formidable ground. Pep acknowledges that. Pep
Yeah,
acknowledges
but
it.
you've been drawing like 30 games. That's why you haven't
In
won the
5
league.
years, that's not too bad. It's a fortress. You got to I respect City's ground. It's a fortress.
No. But the issue is fortress has an implicit connotation that means superiority. Like if you come
Listen.
there, you expect to lose. No, you've been drawing the most.
My friend, you've over the last 5 years or 4 years,
Yes.
You've had 4 or 5 more points than us over that same period. We're not
Yes.
talking about massive Chelsea, Man City point swings of 50 points difference.
But it's 4 titles as well, 4-1.
Sure, I acknowledge that. But still, we're talking about small margins and small points. So therefore, it's a fortress.
But Cam, if you're an honest fan, you'll agree that the reason why you haven't won the title is not that you've lost a lot, but you've drawn a lot.
Sure.
Exactly my point. Hence, I'm saying the devil is in the details. That's what I'm trying to say. The devil is in the details.
I think he's trying to say a fortress is like what Old Trafford used to be, where United beat everyone week in, week out.
You see what I'm trying to say? It's like the way when you go there, you expect to lose. It's not as the thing is Liverpool don't expect to lose, so it's more of the other. So
I'm hearing both. I'm hearing the points because to Cam's point, he's saying teams don't come to Anfield and win. But what Smoke is also pointing out, getting teams that have been lesser than you getting a draw at Anfield doesn't really speak of a fortress. When we kind of put that type of definition on things, when we look at this match, and again, I'm not going to discredit Liverpool by saying this is only a result because Pep got it wrong, but when we do look at how Pep set the team up going in, I think he did City a disservice in that regard, because why not take examples from the other teams like Smoke is mentioning, some of those lesser teams that have gone into Anfield, not at the same quality of Liverpool, and have gone at you. Pep didn't need to change anything up. Pep could have, hey, we're going to have Grealish on the left, we're going to have Foden on the right, Haaland, we're going to keep the same midfield with Silva, KDB and Rodri. The back line is going to be whatever the back line is, and we're going to go at you guys. That is where it's kind of like, now we're guessing. Now we're guessing, why did you do that, Pep? Why did you think the way you did? Why did you have KDB and Cancelo out there on that right-hand side, not necessarily having them attack within the middle, where we would have thought an advantage would have been with regards to the midfield? So it's an interesting match to now come away from and be like, what just happened here? And that's why when I was on the football terrace, I was like, I really don't know what to say here, because to analyze it, I have to go back. But the opportunities that were made available because of how Klopp set up, and this is where we need to all be honest. Klopp adjusted what he normally does because City was coming to play, and he got success from it. Klopp actually changed what he did in Anfield with an opposing team coming there. Now, Pep did the same thing, which is frustrating, but we saw that Klopp made the changes. Now, can he do the same and, again, have less of an attacking back line, invite attacks from City at the Etihad later in the season? Would he do that? I don't know. Is Klopp going to play the same way versus lesser competition? No disrespect, but to lesser competition, I don't think so. He did what he had to do against City. Pep needs to adjust, and as players, some players did not have the game that we would have wanted. I think Cancelo was in situations that he shouldn't have been in, offensively and defensively. And I think 2 chances before Salah scored, and again, on the low, discreetly, on Twitch, I actually did my own watch along. I'm never going to broadcast it. But I said,
coward.
Why?
Absolute coward,
man.
I can't jinx it.
Yeah, Martin, look at this guy.
What a coward! You should have come on mine, mate.
I did the same thing against United. So, but two times prior, Salah, and I said this shamefully, I said, before Salah got the big contract, he would have buried those 2 chances. He missed them. One went wide. I think both of them went wide. And what does he do? The 3rd chance, he gets a pass Ederson.
Oh no, the other one was saved by Edison. It's just that they didn't give the corner. He saved it. Edison touched
right.
it.
You're right.
But that's my thing, Vader. That was my thing. With that, you look at that Haaland header in the first half. You'd have put I said it in the watch song. You'd have put your mortgage on that going in the back of the net on that header. It was unmarked.
No chance.
It was unmarked. Everything.
His placement was poor. No, Cam, his placement was poor because it went.
I agree with you, right? But the angles were always favouring the goalkeeper. It would have taken an exceptional header to be.
But he's been doing that all season. Cam has
Sorry?
been doing that all season. He's been
I
doing
know,
that all
but it's
season,
out-
scoring from silly angles.
Haaland is a phenom, right? He gets goals that most strikers can't get. He does that. But it's still, when you look at the XG value of that header, it was always against him. The fact that he's an outlier in doing these things doesn't make it a big chance in any statistical model. But yes, if any other forward was
to me, I know what you're saying, but to me, a big
Sure.
chance is when you are 7 yards, probably less, on goal, a header, which is buried 9 times out of 10 all season, and is literally unmarked. To me, that is a big chance.
Well, fair enough.
Listen, every single City fan will probably say, as soon as that ball went in and they saw it was going to Ireland's head, 9 times out of 10, City fans will say they were probably up thinking that's going.
Sure, Martin, but the data
And the thing is, I
Sorry.
think what's more frustrating, sorry, to my last thing,
No,
I
please
think
go.
what's more frustrating, like to make this point here, is Klopp did change to beat City, but what's frustrating us is we did something today we've never done. We've never ever done. And it just baffled everyone of why can't we just play our normal game? Why
Don't
did we
forget-
have to change everything?
Don't forget, you had Walker missing, which has recovery pace. I know you've got some fast centre halves anyway, but sometimes when life gives you lemons, I'm not making excuses for City's losing players, right? But Walker is a very important third centre back who then allows you guys to play more expansive players because that recovery pace is electric.
But he went off against United and we stuck 6 past them.
Yeah, but United, I know we lost to United. I know people say, but Liverpool lost to them, right? But Liverpool are on a different level to United. United aren't on Liverpool City's level. I don't care about the 10 games we've had this season. For me, this is a semi-mini blip.
No, the way I'm comparing
Wait,
it to United because of the-
whoa, Martin, what did you say? Say that again. You say the 10 games are what?
No, me or Martin?
No, I'm talking about you because you say the 10 games are
I
what?
said it's a semi-medium blip that we will eventually come out of.
You see,
Listen, as a
Patrick.
fan, I've got a hope.
Yeah, but come. Will you
No,
come out
Patrick.
of it, or maybe this
No,
was just
Patrick.
you guys stepping your game up against City?
No, Patrick, before you even answer, you see, this is why I didn't want this, right? And then last when we were in the CL final, Pep gave Tuchel and Chelsea fans life, right? At the end of the day, these guys haven't done anything to be talking the things they're saying, right? And bro, beating Rangers 7-1 is not the thing you're gonna. At the end of the day, Arsenal beat you, and they beat you because they went toe to toe with you. That's why
Smoke.
this is what makes us angry. Because
Sure, Smoke. You haven't
no,
beaten
wait.
us last
What?
season. You didn't beat us last season. We were 2 games from a quad. All I'm saying is,
Yeah, but you didn't win any
Smoke.
major trophy.
Smoke. Okay, fine.
So-
Trophies are won sometimes on the smallest of details. You should know with the Champions League final.
But yes, the
For me,
greatest
City would have
equally. No, but Cam, equally, I can't come on here and say City are the greatest Champions League team.
No,
That's what I'm
I
trying to say.
accepted City. I said in the beginning, I said for me, City are arguably the greatest Premier League team. I give you your respect.
Because we have 2 back-to-backs.
So what?
we
But Man United
earned
have won-
the right. No,
Man United have won 13 titles.
No, wait. I'm saying
And 2 Champions Leagues. You
the
haven't
thing
won
is,
that.
we have the records and the titles to show for it. It's not just us saying, no, you know what? Those guys are kind of nice. No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we've earned that title.
Okay, you think Liverpool aren't great or as good as I think? Fair
But
enough.
you can't
No.
be great if you... No. Okay, what makes a team great? Please answer me. What
For
makes
me,
a
a
team
team
great?
that it becomes great is consistency. It's the trophies they've won. There's a lot of things. Man
How many
City are
trophies
another
have you
big
won in the
shark.
Premier League to be great?
Smoke. Man City are another big shark in the water who have beaten us by 1 point. And
And
I'm
how
saying
you are shocked if you've won only one? You're probably
But-
a dangerous dolphin. That's what I'm trying to say.
because Smoke, it's all relative. Ultimately, in any other seasons, we would have won the other 2 or 3 titles. You
In
have
any
to
other
accept
seasons, we would have
that-
won the CL, but we didn't. You can't
Yeah.
do that in any other. It does. Life doesn't work like that.
But Smoke, but that's the point I'm trying to make here. You guys are a great team, whether you have the Champions League or not.
Not in the Champions League.
No, you are a great team. Full stop.
In the Premier League.
No, full stop. You guys are.
There's no full stop. You have to put context to it. It's like saying,
for me, I'm sorry. A trophy is the icing on the cake. You guys are a phenomenal team.
It is not the icing on the cake.
So you're telling me if you don't win a Champions League, you can never be talked about in the same way as the great Liverpool sides or the great Man United sides.
In the
Champions League. That's what he's talking about.
The reason they become the greatest is because they did it in Europe and they did it domestically. Right? That's the common sort of thing. What I'm saying is I think City are a great side, period. And not winning the Champions League because Pep decided to play Edison as DM is going to change that for me.
No.
That's very generous of you.
Yeah, the point that Smoke is trying to explain is like we do equate that the trophy is then what qualifies as greatness, right? So we haven't gotten that yet. So with regards to the Champions League, we don't stake that claim to be like we're one of the greats with regards to Champions League. And then also to go back to what you were saying, Cam, if it's as easy as looking at the teams that competed and fell short to who the winning team was, one could maybe do the same argument with regards to the teams that fell short against United. We wouldn't do that, right? We wouldn't say that there were great teams that competed against United, but United won. So that's
that's not true. Arsenal were a great team. They won 3 titles out of United won 13. Chelsea won a couple titles during that period. Remember, different teams, every team has different eras, right? So the Chelsea 05 team is not the same team as won the Premier League in 2016. Right? They only won 2 titles in those first 2 years. But for me, that Chelsea team that got 94 points or 2 points was a phenomenal team. But there's context. There could be another amazing team playing at the same time.
I agree with you. To your point, every team has errors, right? But to have an error, you need to win more than 1 league title, which you haven't done yet. So you haven't had an error yet. It's like, you see, I don't know if you understand what my problem is.
I understand what you're saying. And it's a point that many make about what
is it fair? My question is: it
depends on if you want. It depends.
No, I'm asking you.
Okay, my terms of greatness are different to your terms.
Okay, what are your terms? Just consistency.
My terms are a team that excites me, a team that wins stuff, a team that goes, wins 90% of their matches, a team that dominates other teams. Like, there are 2 teams in the last 5 years that have dominated other teams.
Based on your point, consistency without end product, does that equate to greatness?
No, Liverpool had consistency. There was just a team that had...
No. Consistency without end product. Because at the end of the day, when you're on a 38 league season, right?
Yes.
The end product of it being a great season is...
With the greatest respect, Smoke, you're talking like Liverpool don't have trophies in the bag. We just don't have as many as you guys.
No, you have one of each. You have one of each.
That's not a stick to beat me with.
I'm not beating you with a stick. The thing is this. No. Cam, my problem is this. If any team can win, let's say, for example, it's like, let's say, even with soccer players, most players have like a patch of 3 good seasons, right? And then we're like, okay, then you have your Messis and your Ronaldos who done it consistently for a long time, and that's then now that it puts you in a different tier or bracket than the rest. Do you see what my problem is? Hence, I'm saying we need to find quantifiers of how to make a distinction between this team and this teams. Else, we can just equate greatness to any team that excites us for a period of time, and that becomes my problem.
Okay, do you know what I think it is in a minute? Sorry, go on, Cam.
So my last point on this. So my definition is you can't be great without Champions League.
Fine.
But that's just me being asinine, right?
Because you have 1 league title, Premier League, so you need to find another way of separating your team.
Pep has won 4 major trophies, which is the league. Klopp has won 2 major trophies, the Champions League and the league. For
FA
me, that's
Cup.
I'm talking. Listen, let's be honest.
Okay. 4-2. Okay, 4-2.
Most teams play their second teams. right?
Okay.
The only time like Pep's done the treble, that's respectable. But generally on their own, for me, the FA Cup and the League Cup,
Okay,
I
fine,
don't hold
fair
them
enough.
in the same value. So for me,
So
Pep has
4-2.
4, we have 2.
So,
Okay.
so no, wait. Let me ask you a question. So,
Yeah.
by that logic, what
Yes.
you done last season wasn't anything because there was no major league titles when on your quad chase.
Because I don't look at the end and say everything we did up to that point. The fact that we just lost out to a phenomenal City team makes us any less great. You know, Muhammad Ali was the world heavyweight champion of the world. There were other great. The reason why he was the great is because there were other great fighters that he fought. You can be the greatest and have other great teams around as well. It's not binary.
My problem is you equating the greatness to Liverpool without as much end product. That's where now we have a challenge.
But that's because City exist as a club. City are a phenomenal.
To be great, you need to beat the best.
No,
that's my
come
problem.
on, man. Listen, there are. I'm giving the boxing analogy. There are great boxers, but
Ali had championships. It just wasn't like,
and he was the greatest. But there were other greats who fought him. I'm not saying Liverpool.
They also had they also had titles.
Yeah. I'm not saying Liverpool is the greatest team in Premier League history. I'm saying we are a great team. That's all I'm saying. I've acknowledged that City.
What about Leicester?
Arguably,
what about Leicester?
Yeah, but again, context. Leicester won it.
They done the impossible.
No, Leicester won it on 82 points, right?
Yeah.
We won it on 99 points.
No, but now, Cam, be fair. Look at this.
The Champions League.
No, Cam. Based on your analogy, you said context has to be applied. That an
Can you hold on, Don. Juliet, whoever you are, can you unsubscribe to the channel, please? Because whoever you are, you seem like you're coming here to disrespect people. Kam is my friend, Martin is my friend, Abdullah is my friend, Veda is my friend, Don't Smoke is my friend. Don't you make the mistake thinking that just because you're subscribing, you get shite on the channel, and just because you're subscribing, I need you. I don't need this channel. I've said this to many people. I don't need this channel. I have a job. I work. So you disrespecting my subscribers, people like Harry Mills who've been here for so long.
They are trying to somebody need
No. I want to tell him. No, Little. I want to tell him. You're disrespecting the people. Just unsubscribe because I'm about to remove you myself. So just do it because you're wasting your time. Because I think you're thinking that you belong in here. So it's either you talk to people the right way or you go. Like, I'm press resistant. I don't care. But you can't disrespect my guests. Nor can you disrespect the subscribers. So find something else to do. Why are you watching? Anyway, sorry, John. Go ahead.
Can I just quickly just say last thing in the analogy? I'd say Leicester is the Buster Douglas of boxers. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Buster Douglas. You look quite young compared to me. Buster Douglas knocked out Mike
Tyson. Yeah,
Mike Tyson, and he was like 100-1 against winning. And he, like, in any context, it was never going to happen. Nobody can tell me the last 4 years that Liverpool and City, it was a toss-up between who was favourites to win the league. Yes, City were maybe marginally favourites.
Yes. My thing, that didn't Ranieri got knighted after they won the league. That shows you
but they weren't a great
of
team.
The achievement.
They won it. They won it in a perfect
Veda is
storm.
about to leave. Come, sorry. Veda is about to leave in 3 minutes. Veda, do you have anything to say?
Don't go anywhere.
Don't smoke and come going. But anyway, Veda, do you have anything to say? Then I can go to Adam, Abdullah, and Martin. Yeah, go ahead, Veda.
I was just going to point out with regards to the match again, right? These matches going into it, it's what we live for, right? There's 38 games. There's only a few where we're like, we want to see a fight. We want to see our team come out on top. This is one of the short few, or one of the short-listed few that we're like, we're all amped up for. We want to win every game, but these are the ones that we really want to win, right? So I hear the point with regards to it's a long season. There's still more to do. This may be a speed bump. This may be a little blip on the radar. Down the road, what happens at the end of the season, us racing the trophies, maybe all that's good. But I'm not going to lie. This one hurt, man. This one hurt. I'm going to have to go back and watch this and try to think what Pep was thinking, try to look at all the players and see the movement there. I need to see a response with the next game. I tip my hat to Cam and Liverpool. They got the win.
Mhm.
We have to show better for the next game.
You guys
Thanks for
will
having
win
me
the
on the show.
league. It's all good, brother.
It's not. It's sometimes it's still not enough, man. I don't want to go a week. I don't want to go a week having to hear from
to Cam's point, it's more like bragging rights, right? Because it's more like you won the league, but you couldn't beat us at home. You understand? So
You lost the battle, but you'll win
yeah,
the war.
it's that thing of whereby beating the next team 10-0 won't be as satisfying as going to Anfield and winning the game when we had the tools to do it.
Let me ask the Liverpool fans and the Liverpool fans guys. Do you think the formation club is playing now will be like a permanent 2-1, or you see him changing it because it's been like a 4-4-2-4? It's like, is it 4-4-2 or 4-2-4? Kind of formation.
I think it's 4-4-2 that he changed to today. I
Mhm.
don't see that. It really depends. We've got a few injuries. Not like I don't want to come here with a violin, but I think his favourite formation is 4-3-3, and I think he will go back to that as soon as some of the players come back. But like against City, I have noticed he does switch to 4-4-2, and it seems to have generally a good impact because the head-to-head between Pep and Klopp has won more head-to-heads, which is really not many people know that. But yeah, it's styles make fights and all that jazz.
The reason I ask that is because I noticed in this month that a little bit different than when you guys play 4-3-3, because that was how I was pissed off with Pep in terms of why are you putting Grealish on the bench when you have Milner as a right back for Liverpool? Because now you're putting Grealish on the bench where on the left footer he can dribble one-on-one, he can beat player one-on-one. I know it's not playing, but it's Milner. I know he has his experience, but if you dribble Milner first, you get a yellow card first. You dribble him second time, Antonio Tolle is the referee. It's gonna warn him. Third time, he will get a red card. So now Klopp will have to switch back. I'm like, Klopp. I'm like, Guardiola, just play Grealish. This guy's a left winger.
I think Pep is a genius, right? So I would never try to second guess a genius. I'm not a genius, right? But I think he wasn't as brave as he probably should have been. With Walker out, I think he decided to solidify the team. He should have gone, I think, with what you guys said, which is KDB, Silva, and Rodri. But when he comes to Anfield, he does make adjustments. For whatever we've talked about the reasons that I think he does it, and there's a disagreement there, right? But the Walker loss, I think, probably encouraged more solidity across the team. And he went to his trusted players. Foden is trusted. Jack Grealish is very... I don't know about what you guys think of him, and he has had a bit of form quite recently, but like he is quite inconsistent. And in these big games, I don't think you can carry passengers.
Okay,
I agree. I agree with what you said, but because he is on form and he's been showing that form, for me, I will trust him to play. The reason I will trust him because he's Milner, and I've seen Grealish beat opposition one-on-one who is very good in terms of playing as a right back. But last match when Man City they played against United, is Dalot. He took out Dalot out of the game. Dalot is more faster than Milner. But I'm expecting Pep to do the same thing. Stop changing a winning team. Just stick with the same team.
I think that was what we were discussing at the beginning, isn't it? That it's the fact that sometimes when he goes somewhere, look, I'm gonna have to start ending this because it's going too long. I know you guys are enjoying the talking, but that's the thing. That's what we keep saying. That every time he goes somewhere, or he's in a certain match, or certain thing as looking at Tuchel, who beat him 3 times or twice before the final. He's like, I'm going to bring in Raheem. I have seen something. Going to want to play DM. Rodri sit on the bench. Fernandinho was having the best part as DM. Even Tuchel said, I was laughing. I thought the boys were playing with me when they said Fernandinho and Rodri are on the bench. So it looks like certain moments he makes those changes. Like Jack, as much as people have been giving him stick, Jack has been amazing. He was amazing throughout. So, guys, on that note, I'm going to just say, guys, apologies. I couldn't read all the comments because there was a lot of people doing comments, but I appreciate the comments. I appreciate everything. For the people who are new to the channel, I know that you just subscribed today because I put the subscription on. So whoever wants to comment was subscribing today. It can tell me on YouTube. Please, if you're watching this, we welcome everybody. We welcome everyone from every fan base, but be respectful to people. Don't start cussing people's moms. I wouldn't take that. That's the reason why I'll go off at you. As I tell you, some people come on comments and cussing people's moms, thinking that, oh, my views are needed. No, they're not. You can piss off. So look, on that note, guys, goodbye. I'm just gonna ask Martin. Martin, would you like to tell people about your show tonight and your channel?
Yeah, we're live at 9 p.m. on the Mancunian way, where we're going to talk all Liverpool again. And I think just in closing part, we'll just say one thing very quickly. I know you want to shoot. I think, listening to everything, I think what we've got here is some City fans have gone, what I like to call A to Z. City fans have gone a little bit too depressed on it, and it was the end of the world. And I think some Liverpool fans are a bit too gassed and like they've just won the Champions League sort of thing. And I think the truth's probably somewhere in the middle. And I think we just got to realise that it's one game and there's 28 left to go. So, yeah, but we'll discuss it all 9 p.m. tonight. And subscribe to Patrick because he does an amazing, amazing show, ladies and gents.
Martin, you know, all I have to say is like to add to what you said. City are more likely to claw back that 4 points between them and Arsenal than Liverpool clawing back that points against them and Arsenal. So either way, yeah, it may be 4 points behind, but that's 4 points that we all know that City will claw back either way. Yeah, compared to Liverpool, I don't know how many points they are now behind Liverpool. Is it 11 or 10? I don't know. Cam will probably correct me.
14 behind Arsenal,
Yeah,
10 behind
so
us.
14 compared to 4, which
With a game
common
in
sense
hand.
will tell you, yeah, City are more likely to claw back that 4 points compared to what Liverpool will do for the 14. So I'm not that asked.
No, let's just move on. You know what I mean? Let's just move on. It's they beat us. They did better than us. The tactics were great. They played amazingly. If I remove the saltiness, we played great. We had chances, as Martin says. Some of the chances that we Haaland missed, he could have put away one of the days. So look, it happens. Thank you for coming on. Don't Smoke, man. Thank you for coming on, Abdullah. Abdullah, would you like to plug in your channel, man?
I think he's not here.
Yeah, he's not here.
I'm here.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
here.
Okay, so
I'm here.
yeah, go ahead, man. Plug in your channel, man.
Yeah, my Twitter account is TOPLUS. That's Top Plus Fresh 10 on Twitter, same on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on TikTok, and also on Twitch also too. My YouTube channel is The Blue Studio. I usually do stream like mostly every time on weekends, or mostly majority of it. We do like all top 6 club, the Bundesliga, the Serie A, the La Liga, the EPL, everything. We talk more about football though, and we're very like in terms of just analyze the way Patrick does. So guys, like and subscribe, Thank you.
Okay, cool. So that's it. Thank you for coming, Cam, man. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it as always, Cam.
Thank you.
Can
I just
thank
say,
you for coming, Adam. Yeah, go ahead.
Just say thank you to everybody for hosting me, and Pat, as always, thank you very much. I really appreciate the dialogue and the generosity and the respect. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. So on that note, guys, that's goodbye from us. And I know some people were arguing in the chat. There's no point of arguing. It's just a football match. That's the thing I keep telling people. Don't lose your dignity over a football match. Don't start insulting people over a football match. It's not worth it. You know, you'd rather respect people. These football games come and go. You might lose next week. You might win next week. So don't start insulting each other. It's not worth it to insult people. Anyway, that's it for me, man. Goodbye.